how am I supposed to clickbait a video when the brawler is like really average and sort of balanced? Supercell doesn't make my job easy. Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy the Chief, aka the Chef, aka Chief Carjack, bringing you a brand new episode of Brawl Stars. We're inside of today's video. We're gonna be checking out the newest brawler inside of all of Brawl Stars named Ash to decide if he's broken or trash. Let's get into it. Now, Ash is the newest brawler to be released inside of Brawl Stars on the Brawl Pass, which hopefully you guys will be picking up soon. And for Ash, he's a heavyweight beast who cleans up the trash. And I'm gonna be telling you guys exactly how good he is, but first let's dive into everything he's about. His main attack is gonna be able to throw down a melee shot in front of you that will smack down on your opponent after a small delay, starting out by dealing 1120 damage. But if you take a look below the ammo spots, it's gonna be your rage bar, which once you end up making your way by hitting a couple of targets in a row, it's gonna increase your damage from 1120 to 1680. And if you're able to get to that final third bar right there, it's actually gonna crank your damage all the way up to 2240. The rage mechanic's unique to Ash inside of Brawl Stars to be able to beef up that damage. And there's some other perks that you're gonna get for building up that rage bar that I'll talk about in just a second. Now for Ash's super, it's gonna end up tossing a set of little helpers, which will end up damaging the nearest enemies and explode. Now, it won't knock enemies back to something like a tick head, but it does do a little bit of damage, and it's good against those brawlers like Colette, who can only shoot one brawler at once. So for Ash's kit, you've got melee, you've got charged up overtime rage damage, and that rage bar is going to be absolutely key, especially when it comes to the star power, as well as the gadget. Moving on to the gadget and a pair of star powers for Ash, very first one's going to end up being your gadget, which what it does is as you build up your rage meter and you click that gadget, it's going to end up healing you up to 2500 HP. Now, one note is that you're going to heal more depending on how much rage that you have on that rage bar. So if you're still a little bit early on, I mean, that was a super weak heal. So make sure you get that rage bar up to max, pop that gadget when you're in trouble, and it's going to end up saving you more times than you think. Finally, for Ash's star powers, the best star power you're going to be able to unlock is the second one, which as you build up your rage, it's going to end up increasing your movement speed as well as let you swing your main attack faster. It's going to reduce that delay. It's super good rather than your other star power, which is just going to end up boosting your first attack, literally just making it to where if you charge up that first attack, you'll get some extra rage. Honestly, for me, I'm all about that second star power mad as heck. Use it to start zooming around the map, chase down your opponents, which ultimately every single melee brawler needs. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get in some showdown and talk about Ash. Now, for me, I've had a chance to play actually a pretty decent amount of Ash battles. We started filming some stuff for the Team Tribe channel, which you guys will end up seeing soon. But for Ash, it seems like inside of burst radiuses where you're gonna get up close and personals to enemies, you can end up chaining your main attack pretty effectively to charge down your opponent. But the number one thing with Ash that I think he's going to struggle with as you find yourself trying to win with this brawler inside of the meta is the fact that the brawler just doesn't have that gap. Ash doesn't have that gap closing potential that other melee brawlers have to be able to get people down, whether it's Rosa with Rosa's gadget to get people out of the way and slow them down, whether Daryl being able to roll on people, Bull's super, obviously Primo being able to yeet across the map. You just don't have that with Ash unless you have that star power unlocked to give yourself that movement speed and chase brawlers down. But that also requires that you charge up your rage meter, or else you're really just not going to be able to get yourself to your opponent. So for me, as we get into like more serious gameplay, we get into 3v3 and more, I'm curious if Ash isn't just going to be able to get smacked down by people. Yes, the tankiness is nice. Yes, obviously you can do damage if you get up close and personal, and once you start rolling, it's definitely going to be a momentum based brawler. But I don't know if I really see Ash overtaking Primo as that premier melee brawler inside of Brawl Stars, and for that reason, I don't know if I can award Ash that broken with a B. Now, super, obviously hilarious. I mean, actually hilarious. It's like Porter's gone crazy. Decent gadget, obviously a great star power that I've talked about with you guys, but otherwise just not really a brawler that blows my mind. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Ash could be really fun to play. I think Ash could be super solid inside of certain situations, but definitely not one of those brawlers that Supercell releases and you get a feeling that, oh yeah, they want everyone to get the Brawl Pass. This brawler is just that good. I think that Ash may be one of the most balanced brawlers that Supercell's released in a long time. I could eat my words on that if Ash just ends up completely broken, but yeah, I think just, you know, nothing that's really crazy scary to me compared to other brawlers, and definitely not a Rosa on release or any of those other brawlers like a Belle, who will just be a top 3 brawler forever. But I'm curious how you guys can pick up Ash and use him inside of the game, and again, the community is going to know better than a couple of creators as far as what's good and what's not good, but for me, just not a brawler that I think you can steamroll competition with to end up picking up a crazy amount of dubs. Anyways, we're gonna keep going right now, and maybe we can win a showdown match against a couple of bots. But overall review, not broken, capital B or lowercase b. Not trash either. I think overall just like a really average brawler, which is, I mean, how am I supposed to clickbait a video when the brawler is like really average and sort of balanced? Supercell doesn't make my job easy. Anyways, I want to hear your guys' comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think when you pick up the Brawl Pass and end up getting Ash. Of course, use code BAD in the shop if you guys want to show some love. I'll go ahead and keep dying to these bot Shellys right now, and maybe we can figure something out. All right, let's get a win against some bots. Let's get a win with Ash. And yes, Ash does have an amazing ninja skin, which you get inside a Brawl Pass. By the way, did Ninja get a skin inside of Brawl Stars before some of the Brawl creators did? You guys need to debate that in the comment section below. Gadget, of course, can be a saving grace. Match 5. Match 5 of solo showdown against some bots. I don't know if I want to talk about that. Let's do this. Let's get something done right here. All right, Jackie, I'm gonna trust you on this one. I'm gonna trust that you're not gonna do anything silly on this one. That's a kill. Rage meter built up. Let's go. I mean, honestly, the rage puns with this brawler are gonna be out of control. People probably are not gonna stop saying them. Let's make our way on through. Let's just go piece by piece, brick by brick, and we'll make something happen right here. I mean, if you want a brawler, if you want to take this brawler from, you know, from what I think is pretty average, maybe slightly above average inside of the game, to a brawler that's absolutely broken, all Supercell needs to do is crank up the movement speed, make it to the gap closing potential gets absolutely insane. That's what's going to end up making this brawler an absolute beast. But otherwise, Buzz, Primo, all the above, the melees are just going to be outclassing, just going to outclass Ash in basically every single way, which is not really where you want to be as a melee brawler. All right, let's keep eating around. I really don't want to use my rage and slow down. You guys can see when I pop that gadget, eat my rage, I slow down so much after that star power, and now I am legit a bucket of bolts, which is upsetting. All right, well, I'm gonna end up charging that rage meter again, piece by piece, building it up. Yes, I guess over time, as you take damage, something like a Primo, you can end up doing work, but the difference between Primo charging super when Primo takes damage versus someone like an Ash is the fact that your rage meter goes away. By the time you heal back up, your rage meter will have dropped pretty decently. It does help you when you charge into battle like a madman, but I don't know, not the same and not as crazy. And that's about it. Honestly, not too much else to say about Ash. Straightforward brawler, charge up that rage, put in some work, and beast down your opponents. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Do you think I am losing my mind? Do you think that Ash is completely broken? Do you think he's trash? Drop a comment in the comment section below. I'm stoked for the Brawl update to come back. Expect some uploads coming soon, guys. I promise. I'm recording a bunch of videos right now. You guys will be happy with the upload frequency coming up this week. Love each and every one of you guys. Chief Pat out. Say hi to Chief Cat for me in the comment section. I'll see you guys later. Peace.